Let's do it. Christmas at home.
Hello.
We got this.
Hi, Dad.
Yeah, we're 5 years later. Our baby's a boy. He's in first grade now. He's 6 years old. And we've all kind of moved into different places in our lives. Stefan has now written a book. He is convinced himself, and he's trying to convince the world that he has done away with his mental health struggles, that he's a new man, confident, and we quickly discovered that none of that is true. And he will soon have to journey through it all again.
Still attractive though. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Maybe more. He's more attractive. And he's
attractive.
taller.
Deeper turtlenecks too.
Deeper
They
turtlenecks.
feel like they go higher.
DTs. Yeah.
It's turning into a chin neck. Taylor, you know, he seems to be the worst of them. You know, he seems to be trying his hardest.
Seems to be.
Hey, I'm right here.
Oh, sorry.
You changed one letter in his name.
We're not even trying.
Not even trying here. But yeah, he's trying to figure it out, and I think what's beautiful about him is that he is, and so many people are, even at that age, to be in pursuit of something so, so aspirational in terms of his career. What he's reaching for something big, and he can't get there, and he's not giving up. And I think that there's a nice lesson in that, even in how it ties up.
And Luke kind of sits in the middle between the two of them, you know, as much as
Sit in the middle.
Stefan. Oh, thanks.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, all of a sudden.
It felt
Great.
right, you know.
That did feel
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah, that's great.
Go ahead.
I'm still in the same seat, but that's fine. Go ahead, guys.
You guys want to switch?
No.
Use an analogy that gets you in the middle. That's the rule.
So yeah, you know, Stefan is on. He looks like he's got everything together. Taylor does not, and Lucas kind of sits in the middle between the two of them. He, on paper, looks like everything is going great, but really you see that he's struggling with who he is, and he's losing. He's kind of like losing these identifiers for him, that he was the main guy at the fire station. He was the young guy that could do the heavy lifting. He lived a single life. He was all with the ladies. He was a ladies' man. But now he's a dad, and that's the most important thing to him, you know. And being a dad it's gone by. It's flown by. 5 years have flown by, and he's lost track of who he is.
With
his
all three of
identity.
these characters, they're having identity crises right off the top.
The van's pretty
Well,
safe. The van.
It is the
cone of silence,
safest,
yeah.
and the reason that's important, and the way that we start to topple the dominoes in this, is that the place where they're safest becomes unsafe when mom's new boyfriend shows up, right? And triggers all of these questions about identity and who are we in this world and what's our purpose and what's our place. Suddenly mom's house is the least safe place because we've got Pastor Roy that shows up.
We didn't temper it.
The kids put us in order.
I
Let's
added
put it
prop.
that way. The
Yeah.
kids were like, guys, you should probably listen to the director right now.
I added props to the problem is what I did. Like wrapping paper, scissors.
Yeah, Tyler fanned the flames. He was
Yeah.
like,
Fire 'em up,
he could
that's what
see
I
like
say,
a
let
little
'em loose.
spark of chaos, and he's
Yeah.
like, watch this, literally, and
Let's
then
go.
he threw gas on the fire.
We had this one day that Tyler was he let them go, which is it's a parenting technique actually. You just let them do their thing one day, like in a moment. You want to take this risk, do whatever you want to, like crayon all over the table, whatever, not on the table, but then let them go loose for a bit, and then
there with your table. What's going on? not on that table.
On Grandma's
Wes,
good table.
Don't touch that table.
table I inherited from third generation.
Father built with his bare hands.
But there was one scene that didn't make this cut. Potentially, it'll make another cut. That
you're right.
we just let the kids wrap us up in wrapping paper, and it was actually Tyler's idea. He's like, kids, go crazy on us, and then keep the cameras going. We only had like 3-4 minutes left that we could shoot in the day.
We're supposed to be losing control of the kids in the scene, and it wasn't really reading. And
I
Tyler
gave him
just
weapons.
starts
I just gave
grabbing
him weapons.
weapons,
And said,
and
"Go
they're
at 'em."
hitting
Go.
us and wrapping us and tying us up, and it was absolute
could
chaos.
see
And
it
the
in their
cameras were
eyes
just
that
trying to
they
keep
wanted
up
to
with
hurt
it,
them,
and the
so I let 'em
kids
do it.
went ham.
we are in service of our audience. If they are reacting to this in a way that feels like there's something more to give, we are listening and we're paying attention. And our job is to try to stay 2 steps ahead so we can deliver that. Because as much as everybody wants that same feeling again, sometimes you revisit it and you go, oh, I realize I don't want that same feeling and I want something new. And so that's a really fine line to strike. And so I think we'll see what will be the reaction to this. We'll find out, and we will be listening, and we'll take that into whatever future fun that might occur. And there's no shortage of fun that we have on set, and we love working together. So
yeah, maybe it's in a different form.
Yeah.
I remember we had a really strict rule in my household that the kids could not get up before 7 a.m. And my mom and dad would always be wrapping gifts last minute. You know, they were like getting things ready. They'd be up until 2 or 3 in the morning. And so they were exhausted. And I remember sitting, my sister and I had bedrooms upstairs, and we would just sit at the top of the stairs. One year we were there at like 4:20 in the morning, but sitting at the stairs waiting for 7, and we had like a little clock, and we just waited like 2.5 hours until it hit 7, and it was like, it's Christmas! We would just race downstairs. It was a good one for me.
I think a lot of the newer memories are starting to be formed now with my own kids. But you know, there is the nostalgia, and that there was a smell to my house of like my mom baked this kind of egg casserole the night before, and so there would be this smell in the house and the tree, and snow's coming down outside in Montreal. It's, you know, it's typical, you know, snowy, cold winter and
freezing,
frostbite.
Can't find your car.
Yeah, but it was really just the smell of the house and that excitement in the morning time. And my sister and I, again, you know, just waiting to go downstairs and jumping in bed with my parents, and so.
Oh, I'm trying to think. I remember when I was young, there was a pair of red running shoes.
There we go.
And they were terrible.
Oh, yeah.
They were a whole 50 cents to buy or something. We didn't have a lot of money. And they bought this pair of running shoes. And I got it in my head for some reason that they made me run faster. And I was just convinced that these brutal pair of red running shoes were like my ticket to becoming like the Flash.
He was 17 at the time.
I was 28 years old. This was last Christmas. It was a weird Christmas.
Yeah.
I was running a lot, got into it.
Very strange.